Forever Dog.
Hey, y'all. It's Bowen. I just want to tell you guys about a new podcast that Matt and I are loving. It's called Dream Boy, and it's a new fiction podcast from Night Vale Presents. It's a mysterious love story inspired by Spielberg's cinematic blockbusters that The Guardian called an instant Night Vale classic. Someone is changing all the streetlights in Pepper Heights, Cleveland. The color of nighttime is shifting. Everyone thinks they know what happened at the Pepper Heights Zoo. But do they really? Wow, wow, wow. Dream Boy follows Dane, a spun-out musician spending the winter in Cleveland, Ohio. And Dane has two goals: keeping his job at the Pepper Heights Zoo and trying not to waste all his time on Grindr. Same. What Dane doesn't expect is to get swept up into a story about dreams, forevers, flickering lights, unexplained deaths, relentless change, and the parts of ourselves that we wish other people know to look for. Oh, and also a murderous zebra. Dream Boy is out now. Find out more at dreamboypodcast.com or search for Dream Boy, all one word, in your favorite podcast app.
Look, man.
Where? Oh, I see.
Wow. Oh, my.
Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture? Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. And is it an emotional day or what?
I mean, it's not even noon and tears have been shed. Ducks have been triggered.
because
Ducts with a T.
HPJ, hot producer Joe Cilio, and we have to say his name.
Joe Cilio.
He just came in here and he's moving to Los Angeles, and we had a really emotional moment all together.
Yes. We all just sort of joined in a hug, and he had some very nice words to say, and the thing that's like sending me over the edge is he brought the original Las Culturistas hat into
Back
the
when
studio.
hats were part of the brand.
Back when, I mean, hats, there's still a hat.
They're still there.
But oh my God, just what a journey.
He's been
there since the beginning,
and you should know,
him.
like, if you listen to Forever Dog podcast, if you love Seek Treatment, if you love Race Tracer, if you love, Black Man Can Jump in Hollywood, everything.
Unofficial expert,
like this is all. It's Joe and Alex and everyone at Forever Dog that have seriously made this such a great dynamic network. There's so many great, cool new podcasts that are still coming.
Yes.
And it's just really awesome to have been at Forever Dog since the beginning and watched it.
We were just doing stuff at Alex's apartment, and then he would put
goofing
in the way that he would filter out sound was he'd just put an air mattress in the window. Those two boys built something together that's so special.
I wonder how they're going to be separated, because they're like Matt and Bowen.
They're like a Matt and Bo situation. Not quite as codependent, maybe, but they're.
I don't know. They run a business together.
Well,
bitch.
sure. But they, I'm just that was a really emotional moment.
That was seriously emotional, and tears were shed, and we all had to hold each other.
Yeah.
It was very special. Anyway, we love HPJ.
We love HPJ.
And you can buy an HPJ shirt at tpublic.com.
Or a tote or a pillow or whatever your heart desires.
I got a You Feel This Way throw pillow.
Oh, cute.
It's cute.
Did it come in already?
It came in. All my merch came in. And look, I have a phone case that says Erasure.
I had a friend buy an Erasure tank top and love TeePublic so much, but something about the way that I dragged that logo to the very top left corner it could possibly go, inches below the nipple. I was like, it doesn't really make sense, but I'll talk to our people at TeePublic.
You speak to them at TeePublic, and also I heard the You Feel This Way t-shirt is a little see-through, but the person who got it says they actually love.
Oh,
it's a little bit see-through,
a little bit sheer.
I love
do
you have a story to share?
I told you I had a story to share. This has just been a very stressful week, fraught week, and for me, it's sort of, I thought it culminated in this one event where, but then this took place on a Friday. Yeah, this was on Friday.
Love that.
I wake up, have a Bezor of a shit waiting for me in my bowels. Just heavy poop.
Oh.
I walk out of my room.
No.
And one of my roommates is in the shower, and I'm like, okay, great, it's fine. I'll just wait this out. It happens all the time.
Oh no.
45 minutes later.
No.
Still in there. And at this point, I'm just my dilations, let's say, are 2 seconds apart.
Like a baby child.
Like a baby, I'm giving birth. I'm giving an ass birth, essentially.
Holy
and then
mama. Literally.
really did not. One of my most helpless moments.
Oh God.
Run to the closet where we store our plastic bags.
Groove.
Double bag. I mean, I don't. So I told the story last night to Pat Regan, friend of the show, co-host of Seek Treatment, and he was like, "Bo, I don't know about this story." But then basically took this double bag, went back to my room, oriented myself, into a squat over the bags in my hand. Explosively shat into 2 plastic bags. And I want to say it's not my roommate's fault.
No, it is.
Well, I didn't force them to not make me knock. You know, like I could have knocked, but also she was in the shower and like
no.
That's also
too long.
It's too long. Whatever. Okay, let's get back to I literally shat in 2 plastic bags.
Let's get back to this.
My whole room stinks like a fucking ghost, and then I set the bag on my nightstand, and I'm just like, well, and it just has to sit there for until she gets out of the bathroom. Another 5-7 minutes. Finally, she leaves.
No,
I bolt to the fucking bathroom, slam the door, invert the bag to make the shit come out into the toilet.
No.
Flush that.
No.
I can't just throw away a poop drenched plastic bag into the trash, right? So I go to the sink, start washing it with detergent and soap just to make sure at a molecular level all the shit is gone.
Okay.
So then I'm able to dispose of the bags, but then my sink is covered in poop dust.
Oh.
So then I have to take bleach and like a bunch of different cleaners. I just threw everything at the actual literal sink and washed that down, and I was like, I can't believe I have to go talk to Matt Damon after this and whatever. I don't know. I was like, I shat in a plastic bag this morning.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've done the same thing.
Really?
Years ago, I had to shit in a plastic bag back when I was sharing a space.
Yes.
One of my lovely roommates was taking a day and a half in the bathroom. And what do you do when you have to go? I mean, I actually asked the listeners, what do you do when you have to go and you're sharing a space? And you know when you have to go, you have to go. It's actually rule of culture number 18. When you have to go, you have to go. So I shit in a bag as well. This was years ago. I'm going to say 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
Destroyed a paper bag in my bedroom.
Paper bag?
No, not paper, plastic. I'm sorry. Let's be clear. But let me tell you something. I didn't go to the fucking needless trouble, and I don't think so, honey. All the craziness that you did in the bathroom.
I'm not gonna.
You go to the garbage outside. You put it in the garbage, and then the garbage people deal with it.
No, but then they fucking fine your ass. It's like you can't.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you're. Wait, what do dog owners do? Do they throw those shits in the garbage?
They put them in the garbage.
In the public garbages.
I feel this way that you just get rid of it.
I don't know.
I might have gone to one of my neighbors' garbages.
They have the police, the NYPD has eyes all over the city. They see that they have eyes on every single trash can. I'm convinced.
Well,
I was too afraid.
I stand here a free man.
No household trash. My shit in a double bag, it counts as household trash.
That's horrific.
I really
what you went through is horrific, but I feel that you made it more complicated, which you often do.
I resent that. I really wanted to make sure that there was no risk, there was no margin of any sort of thing wrong to happen.
I get it. It's just, look, I think that humanity would have forgiven you had you just thrown it out.
Oh, God, but like, there's really no moment like after you've just shit in a bag, and you still don't have access to a bathroom or toilet paper, that you just sort of have this moment where you can't sit down,
right? You
can't lie down. You're forced to just stand there, with like a dredged layer of your own feces, lining your ass, your fissure in your body,
and that's when you realize just how human you are.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Look,
but
it's going to be up to the listeners.
Yes.
I want their feedback on this.
But I want their feedback on this too. What do you do? What would you do? Also, really, really had this moment where I was like, what a low moment. But we have a guest.
Oh, we sure do.
who just
No, she would handle the situation with poise.
absolutely, and she would just have
And good
immediately
humor.
have good humor, but she would immediately have the smartest, most smart, most smartest.
The smartest, most smart.
Most smartest from
Most smartest.
from Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, I know the reference. honey.
Thank you. But just the funniest take on it immediately.
Oh,
the
and
way
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. But the way this person processes information or things that happen in her life, other people's lives, and then is able to speak on those experiences.
I would say an uncommonly intelligent person, and that intelligence, and this is very academic the way I'm speaking about this. That intelligence is rooted directly to their sense of humor. You know, some people, it's like those places, those two things exist deeply different parts of their brain. Whereas, however, this person's intelligence and their sense of humor is forever linked. And we are grateful. And that's why we follow her at N Walks.
Yes.
And that's why we enjoy so much the thing she does.
Now let's go through the
on
credits.
our social media platforms. And I'm about to go through the credits.
Okay.
So every single time this person posts, it is an event.
It is an event.
So this person does performances of different like archetypes, oftentimes that actresses will play in film.
Yeah.
And they are so funny and dead on from a performance standpoint,
From a
honey.
writing
From a writing
standpoint?
standpoint, I think most of all.
Oh my God.
Because it all starts with the text. It's actually rule of culture number 22. It all starts with the text. And I am always GAGGEDDDDDDD. And then to top it off, you can also get more of these writings. These writings can be found at Vulture. And you can also see this person as an interviewess on Vulture.
Oh my God. Did you read her piece on the Jimmies?
I have read every piece.
Oh my God. Amazing.
I've read every single piece.
Astounding.
You can check out my reviews of RuPaul's Drag Race, which I now do solo. Thank you very much. Check. And now, to top it off, you thought that it was just happening on the written page? No! Because this person also is a fabulous performer.
Yes.
Superlative.
Yes.
And I would say, just sit around and wait to see them perform. It happens all the time. But guess what? I have specific information.
Oh, this is huge.
This is crazy. Alice by Heart is the new musical at MCC. It's the new musical from, get this, Steven Sater and Ms. Duncan Sheik.
Miss Duncan Sheik Spring Awakening. It's
Miss
the
Spring
bitch
Awakening
of living, honey.
herself. The previews begin January 30th. And this superstar is in the show. Literally, truly excited to have this person on the podcast.
Oh, it's been a long time
I have
coming.
been saying this is a true culturista.
Yes.
And sometimes I even feel a sheep in wolf's clothing.
I feel the same way.
or
This
am I a
is-
wolf in sheep's clothing?
You're a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Okay, great. It's rule of culture number 14. Wolf in sheep's clothing is the expression.
Is the expression. She's really I think she's the one who is just really showing us all up.
She's showing us all up because it's like, we think we're performers. No. We think we're writers.
No.
We think we have style.
No.
We think we have class. No.
She's the one. She's the only.
Natalie Walker!
Ding dong, ding dong, ding
Ding
dong.
dong.
Ding dong.
And how do you feel about the poop intro?
Oh my God, the poop intro was flawless. I've never experienced it in my personal living space, but I did. I got diarrhea the first week at a new school. We had to go on like a wilderness trip. And literally on the way home, I was like in a carpool with two other girls who I had just met like the week before, and I got diarrhea and I like knew it was gonna happen.
No.
And then I just was like, hey, can we stop at a gas station? I think I'm getting my period. I'm getting my period. I'm just getting my period. I'm getting my period and we have to stop.
I'm getting a monster period that's
yeah, my
taking me
period
now.
smells really bad. That's something you should know about me. It's horrible. And then also, while I was at NYU, there was like a stressful day at Adler, and I literally did not make it to the bathroom.
No.
Like I had to
Oh
leave
my
like a
God.
Shakespearean scene study class, and was like, oh my God, I'm gonna shit myself. I can't go on as Juliet like this. I simply can't do it.
But congratulations on going on as Julia.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. Well, no, they did it. They did it because they wanted to stretch me as an actress, because they were like, you're an idiot clown. Like, let's try you as this. And then we had this one teacher who, like, Chloe Feynman, friend of the pod, discussed on the show, where like, in the culture of Adler, he was like this mythic figure where everyone's like, oh my God, Jimmy says the darndest things. And then you look back years later and you're like, oh, those were all abhorrent things
Yeah,
that
right.
he said
Wow.
to me. So literally after he stopped me 3 lines into my Romeo and Juliet scene after I got back from shitting myself. And he was like, stop. Why is your Juliet disabled? And I was like, what's
Jesus.
happening? What's going on?
And the thing is, it's like,
I was trying to play young because I'd been playing 47-year-old women my entire life. So I was like, I'm Juliet. I'm a young girl.
he was like, no.
Yes.
Wait, that's insane. And also, yes, a very real thing. And also that, like, these teachers, they were, I get it, it's the arts, but like,
Yes.
you can't just say whatever the fuck.
No.
It's rule of culture number 80. You can't just
Say whatever the fuck. Wait, can we pause? We can keep this. Must shit right now.
This can't be the shit episode.
No, I'm sorry.
This-
No, Natalie. I know this has never happened before. I'm so sorry. I've never.
Go.
Okay,
No.
we're gonna. Okay, if you guys want to keep this going,
Great.
We'll
Sure.
chat for a second.
I truly love it because that intro was
He's
no.
going.
Oh my god.
The thing is, he works this very stressful
Contagious.
job.
Yes.
And so I guess that has to do with it. But the thing is, he's always been like this.
Yes.
Do you have someone in your friend group who's like always shitting?
Always shitting. Oh my god. Probably. I feel like I don't know if they shit that much, but they just are always announcing it. Like whenever they
Right.
come back from the bathroom, they're just like, oh my God, what a shit. And I'm like, I don't need to know every time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know it was a particularly stressful week. Like this is like the last week before they break. And
Right.
so here he is, and like there's like a lot happening.
Yeah.
But it's never about this much shit and poop on Las Culturistas, and you know that.
I know that as a fan of the pod. No, I truly, honestly, this is like a perfect little break because it is so out of body for me as such a ridiculous fangirl of the
Oh
podcast.
my God, no.
Like I feel like I am making this up. Like listening to you guys talk about me was insane. It's
No, we love
psycho.
you.
I'm like, who is this guest? Oh
I've
my
been
God. I feel
waiting.
like I'm like in my apartment. Like I usually listen to the pod when I'm like trying to power myself up to get out of my depression bed.
Oh,
And,
God. I've been there.
Especially in the wintertime. I'm like, oh, Culturistas, please help me. So I truly, I feel like I'm in bed and I'm like, oh my God, this guest sounds so good.
Do you know that you're an obsession-worthy topic of gays nationwide?
That is so delightful
We
to
have
me.
LA gay friends, and that you apparently are a character in their text thread. That
I
was like
saw-
whenever there's a Natalie Walker post.
Yes, I saw Louis Vertel say that, and
That's some high
wild.
praise indeed.
Yes.
You know, he's very discerning.
He is incredibly discerning. No, and all of those people, it's very weird for me because like I have been following all of them like on Twitter and like seeing them for so long, like so
funny.
much longer than I was ever a person. So stuff like that is incredibly psycho to
Yeah.
me. And like Joel Kim Booster, like I went to Model Minority like
You
2 years
did?
ago. Dan Lempert was like, we're going to this thing. Chris Murphy, it was me, Dan, and Chris.
Oh, wow.
And Chris like went up and was like the youth guest with Aaron
Yeah,
before
yeah.
the show. But I was like,
We opened for
fangirl-
that as
Oh my
Sluck.
God, yes.
We
was a
opened for that
Sluck
as a
night.
Sluck. That was a Sluck
That's-
night.
I think that's why I ended up going because I like that was like the tipping point was I was like, oh, Matt and Bowen are going on. Like I already listened to Culture because I am a longtime fan.
my
Because
God.
we had
And-
met at
yeah.
Battle of the Divas.
Yes.
And I think we had even met before that a couple times. Because I think at
Probably.
NYU we ran into each other a
Around-
couple
yeah,
times.
yeah.
But NYU, you know, chaotic time.
Of
Chaotic.
course. And I was fully drinking the Kool-Aid of Adler. So I was just like wearing
I
all black and
see.
being like, oh, I am the seagull.
Similar
like,
to Chloe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Chloe was like the queen of Adler. Like
Really?
Chloe was as a serious actress, like the queen of Adler. And I was a person that like at all of my panels, they would be like, well, we know you can do a clown role.
Oh, I hate
God.
that.
Yeah, I did Speed the Plow. And my teacher was like, the boys were big, but they were truthful.
Oh,
You were sort
God.
of-
Because it's Speed the Plow, and
Yes,
there's no
the-
fucking role. There's no great role for a woman.
The female role in Speed the Plow is literally come on, be dumb, then be a bitch. The end. Like
That's
walk
Elizabeth-
off in humiliation.
Elizabeth Moss did that on Broadway, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
with Jeremy
That-
Piven
that
during
famous-
the mercury poisoning
During
thing.
the when he ate too much tuna, or
Right,
whatever
the
the fuck.
sushi. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so listen, how did it go?
It was good. Thank you so much for supporting me in that moment.
What I told Natalie while you were gone was that she is a topic of gays nationwide.
Yes.
Because you know the LA gays also like the
LA gays
they
love it. There are text threads about her and amongst LA gays. We've talked our New York gay thread.
I think that those LA gays who literally live and die for the Oscars and those kinds of things.
Yes.
Like it really hits with them because you truly do nail the sort of like, I am the actress in this movie and this is the role I'm being given.
Yes, the gravitas of it
and
all.
you really like, you must have like, are you like an Oscar girl? Are you
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk to you about award season.
Oh, 1000%.
Because aren't we feeling like it's a little kooky this year?
Yes.
It always feels kooky.
It
though.
feels. Here's
It's
the thing.
felt kooky in
in
the
the
last
lead
five.
up
In the-
awards. Yeah. It's well, also I feel like this is a year where people have more than ever before been like really staunchly advocating for less prestige, like less
Yes.
movies
Yes.
that present as prestige movies
Absolutely.
to get recognized, which I think is like so fucking
I think
crucial
it's
and
great.
great. But yeah, it feels like there's more passion on both sides about it. Than,
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the right interpretation.
I think so. But here's the weird thing, and here's my take right now on the whole Oscar season, and I actually think it has to do with like sort of like the stuff that you do online and everything. The category fraud that is happening this year is out
It's crazy.
of
That's what
control.
you're talking about. Yes.
It is out of control. Can we talk about the SAG Awards nominations?
yes.
Yeah.
The supporting actress category is not acceptable.
Even the Globes
The
supporting out.
all of them.
All of them.
Because look, we've all seen The Favorite.
Yes.
I fucking live for The Favorite.
Mhm.
I think The Favorite is incredible.
Yes.
You cannot look me in my eyes and tell me that Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are supporting actresses.
No.
No.
And you know what? Sometimes when the category is very thick and there's, thank God, a ton of great actress potential nominees this year.
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm sorry. They are not supporting actresses. And you are taking it away from, I'm sorry, Regina King?
Yes.
Regina King does not get a supporting actress nomination at the SAG Awards?
And then Nathaniel Rogers was saying other stuff. Oh, Nathaniel Rogers said Michelle Yeoh deserved a fucking supporting actress.
She
nod.
definitely deserves to be considered.
Yes.
But you cannot put her up against someone like, I'm sorry, Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place, who is a lead.
Yes.
And just gets to do more, and then say, let's compare them. Because if you compare them, you are, and you're there allowed to be
The
in the same
rubric's
category.
already fucked up.
The rubric is so fucked up. And so
Yeah.
I would move on this podcast right now. There needs to be rule changes.
Wow.
Do you think?
No, I definitely think because also like even when I love the person and they end up like the fact that Viola Davis won supporting for Fences
It's
is
ridiculous.
shit psycho. That is a leading role
Yes.
that carries that whole fucking story more even than the character of Troy in Fences. It's like it's Rose's story,
Yeah.
really. And so she should have won lead that year. I think that's the year Emma Stone won for La La Land, and I'm not mad at Emma Stone ever, but like Viola should have
It's
been
never
nominated
about
in lead.
Emma Stone.
Yes, I feel like it was a decision that was made because the studio didn't have faith that Viola could win over Emma, and I think that was
That's
wrong.
fucked up,
Mistake.
fucked
I
up.
think that was a mistake because I think Viola should have been nominated in lead and should have won lead. Viola Davis should have a leading actress Oscar at this
100%.
moment in time.
Yes.
100%.
This feels gender specific too. The category
In many
fraud
ways.
is mostly centered on on the females.
You are so right, because it's something that they'll do, like I will fucking snap my neck if Sam Rockwell gets a nomination for Vice for playing
Oh,
George W.
God.
Bush, because it's, and you know I love sketch comedy, but it is a sketch comedy performance. I've seen the film.
That's what it looked like.
It is a sketch comedy performance. You might as well have Will Ferrell doing it, and it probably would have been even better. But the thing is, like, it's true. These famous actors can fucking, like, basically come in and, like, do a dance step in these movies, and they get nominated for, like, doing this bullshit. Whereas, like, why is it hard to acknowledge real supporting actresses? And I feel like what I would say is, like, it's got to be a screen time thing.
Yes.
If you're in more than 30%, if you're in more than 50% of the movie,
Yes.
how about that?
Yes.
I'll even say that.
Okay.
You cannot be nominated for supporting actress. It doesn't make sense. Emma Stone is the protagonist of The Favorite.
Yes.
That's that.
Yes.
And when I'm talking about like iconic supporting actress performances, like what it is about, what that category specifically is about to me is making a meal out of a snack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And like, I think that's the job of that category, is to reward the actress that does that. That
Yes.
is able to take a
Yes.
little bit and stretch it out. Like my favorite winners are the people that won for like 7 minutes of screen time.
Right.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's for.
I think thank you for adding your voice to this movement, Matt. I think
you.
we need to ring the alarm.
Oh, I'm fucking ringing the alarm. And the thing is, it really happens every year. But this year, I'm like really disappointed in actors because it's like, this is crazy because we should know more than anyone else. Like that, like the supporting players, like those are important roles. And it's
Yes.
like, I love that actors love Emily Blunt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I love Emily Blunt. I live for Emily Blunt. You love her so much, fucking nominate her twice in lead actress.
Yeah.
She was fucking great in A Quiet Place. And
She was great in Mary Poppins.
I am positive she's delightful. Have you seen it?
Oh, I did because I ranked I ranked the soundtrack for Vulture.
Oh, yes.
It's
Yes, you did. You did.
so fucking good. And I was expecting not to like it because I went to the screening and at the top of it, it was one of those screenings where they come out and they're like, you're going to leave with such a smile on your face. And I was like, oh, we'll see about
We'll
that.
see.
And then,
You smiled.
wow. Yeah.
grin.
And also she is unbelievably fuckable in this movie. Like really.
That's
and I, like,
amazing. A fuckable Mary
the
Pop.
ranking becomes an exploration of like all of my just like gay sub
I love that.
desires. Like,
Mary Pop in her ass,
Yeah.
as we once said.
yeah, she's just so
I
where
say.
Julie Andrews like played the
Not fuckable.
dry like prim side of
But
it.
she was beautiful.
Yes,
Sorry.
she's gorgeous, but she's
Different
sort of
than
like
fuckable.
she's sort of like untouchably beautiful and
Yes,
like
yes,
almost
yes.
a brunette Hitchcock blonde.
Oh
type
yeah,
deal.
totally.
But Emily Blunt is like very dry and like domineering, and the way that her first musical moment is her instructing the kids on how to take a bath, and I was like, this is so much for me.
Here's how you take a bath. Like, is that pretty much it?
Yes, and then all her line readings, like she does change it up, but so many of them are my favorite kind of line reading, where she's just like, "Well, I suppose." And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
absolutely, Emily.
You have no
Yeah.
idea. I'm a fucking obsessed with Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
I think
but
Emily
like, give
Blunt
her
is
she
delish.
should have had a supporting actress nomination for Devil Wears Prada. Like that.
Yeah.
If supporting actress were correctly structured to show off performances like Emily Blunt's in Devil Wears Prada, where
Yeah.
it's like a star making
Right.
moment.
Yeah.
Then whatever.
And that's the thing is, it's like you get the sense that it's all to make up for something, and it's like, don't just do it right the first time.
God, I
Right.
hate the concept of like giving
Yeah.
out an award for another thing.
So
like Colin
stupid.
Firth
Like,
winning for
gimme.
King's Speech when he should have won for Single Man. I'm like, stop doing this.
Oh my god. I mean, they shot their load with Emma in a way. I mean, not that she didn't deserve the win originally, but like I'm sure. No, here's what it is for her though, is that they don't feel comfortable pushing her as best lead actress because they're like, well, we're not going to take our chances and like have that be in such close proximity with La La Land stuff.
I think here's what happened. They wanted the nominate. They were saying, how do we get the most nominations?
Yeah.
Whereas I think what the fair thing to do, and I think what I would have let them get away with, I actually would have let them get away with this, is if they put both Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz in lead, see where the chips fall where they may, guarantee Emma Stone gets nominated. Rachel Weisz probably loses out. Debatable whether she should or shouldn't, but politically it's probably the way it would go. Olivia Colman would win supporting actress. And I think that out of the three of them, if you had to, gun to your head, say which one is the supporting actress, it is
Olivia. And are you saying, and then is the general conversation around Olivia that she doesn't have her chances of winning best lead are not super great?
Well, I will not vote for her for best actress for
Yes.
SAG.
Yeah.
And my reasoning for that is it's not that I don't think it's a great performance. I just think it's not a true leading performance.
Right,
And out of principle,
Who are you
I
voting
am
for?
not I am not voting for. Well, I have to see everything still.
Right.
But
Are you
It's
gonna vote?
Gaga.
It's Gaga.
wait, everyone's gonna be so mad. But I can't
No.
resist it.
But also,
Can you resist it? You're not gonna.
Well, first of all, she's non-union.
No, you're insane. She's union.
She's simply not union.
She's been in Search Party.
She's, I think, a must join after season 3 of Search Party. But,
Wait, you mean
yeah.
she's not union as in Gaga, or she's not union
yes,
as in
Natalie.
She's not union.
Oh my God! Wait, you are
Honey.
not union?
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous. We have to
No,
have a movement.
She's joining
Petition.
Actors Equity finally for Alice by Heart, but like
I thought
for
you
a
were
long
reading
time-
Lady Gaga for being non-union.
Oh,
No, I
live for that. What if I was like Gaga's EMC points? Like she did
Whoa.
summer stock at Weathervane.
And I will say this: despite having the most money here at this table, I guarantee you are. Can you vote? Did you pay your dues?
I did pay my dues. I haven't gotten screeners.
They have the wrong address for me.
Oh.
But I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
But listen, if we could all vote, what would you say? I'm forgetting what else is out there.
Yeah,
There's Melissa.
What are the things? Melissa.
There's Melissa. There's
I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
pull it up.
Yeah, let's
pull
get,
it up.
like, Gold
There's
Derby
Olivia.
or
There's Melissa.
whatever.
There's Ms. Gaga.
Ms. Gaga.
There is I guess Viola Davis missed it. Oh, there's Emily and Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it's not an Oscar
You don't feel this way?
I don't feel this way. I loved it, but I'm like,
You're not going to vote for it for an Oscar.
Yeah,
Despite
exactly.
Julie Andrews bizarrely winning from Mary Poppins back in the day.
Yeah.
And not
And
sound
not
I think,
sound
music.
music.
well, it was, I feel that the Julie Andrews win was basically them saying like,
Whoops.
fuck you to Audrey Hepburn.
Wow.
Because
right.
because they gave Audrey My Fair Lady after Julie Andrews originated it. And
Yes.
then they passed over Julie when they did the movie version, but then Julie did
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins.
They didn't even nominate Audrey Hepburn.
I live for drama like this.
Yeah. They didn't even nominate Audrey. So I feel like it was sort of
Yeah.
weirdly a show of solidarity with Julie Andrews having
Yeah.
like put in all that work, and then they passed her over for someone that could not sing
A
the
very
score.
Sunset Boulevard narrative,
Yeah.
which we're seeing play out.
Hey folks, it's the new year, and starting a healthy routine and sticking to it are two very different things. Inevitably, we all skimp on that full night of sleep, we skip a workout or two, or we brush our teeth with a tired old toothbrush. We're not perfect, but we can do better, and Quip is a better electronic toothbrush that can help. It's got sensitive sonic vibrations for an effective clean that's gentle on your sensitive gums, your sensitive soul, your sensitive heart. People brush too hard, and some electric toothbrushes are too abrasive, but Quip is perfectly gentle on everything. Also, it's got a multi-use cover that works as a stand or a mount on a mirror, and it slides over your bristles to pack and protect your Quip on the go. And also, it just declutters everything in your bathroom, wherever you're staying. It just takes care of everything in a hygienic way. And I love Quip so much. I have been impressing my hygienists, and that's never happened, y'all. I had this one hygienist growing up who would scrape, and then she'd like show me all the plaque that she had gotten, and she was like, "Were you saving this for a snack?" And I'd be like, "Janine, enough." But this time, this Christmas, went home to get my teeth whitened, cleaned, whatever. Didn't get any guff from Janine, and that's how it should be. And it was because of Quip. It was because of my Quip toothbrush. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to getquip.com/dingdong right now and get your first refill pack free with any Quip starting at $25. Again, that is getquip.com/dingdong to get your first refill pack free. I love Quip, and so do over 1 million happy, healthy mouths. That's synecdoche. It's where you refer to something by one of its parts. It's like talking about a car. It's like when you look at a car and you go, "Nice set of wheels." It's like you're referring to the whole by its parts.
Let's hear these noms.
We have Emily, as you said. We have Glenn, close.
Glenn.
Oh.
Olivia, Gaga, Melissa.
My noted enemy from the last I Don't Think Sonny Live show.
Yes.
Well, okay,
Glenn.
this is going to make me really... I've actually seen... I've seen The Favorite. I've seen
Stars Born.
Stars Born clearly, and I've seen...
Can You Ever Forgive Me? Oh, no, you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen Can You Ever Forgive Me? I would have
You've
to
seen The
see
Wife.
Can You Ever Forgive
You've
Me.
seen
And
The
I've
Wife?
seen The Wife.
I honestly might go of those. I think I might go with Melissa McCarthy. I really, really loved that movie.
She was really good in that movie. Well, for me, like she was giving you a great performance and such groundedness, but like it didn't fully click until that courtroom scene.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, no, I don't. I'm not. That's
Sometimes it doesn't dawn on you to the courtroom scene.
not. That's
Tanya.
true.
And that's actually
It felt
a
very
rule of
Tanya.
culture.
That's a rule of culture. It's
Culture.
rule of culture number 66. Sometimes it doesn't
dawn
dawn on you until the courtroom scene.
I couldn't remember what I said,
And you
but
know
you
what?
guys remembered it.
Famously,
Wow.
last year, who got my vote? Margot.
Wow,
Yeah.
for SAG.
For SAG, and it was the courtroom scene that did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But mostly that scene where she was like putting her makeup
Putting her
on.
makeup on? Oh,
Right.
any scene of putting on makeup or taking off makeup,
Yes.
I want to watch forever.
Wait, can you
Yes.
do that for your next audition video?
Yes,
I-
makeup
just
scene.
makeup scene. Yeah.
I've like
Private moment.
Chloe Fineman again has sort of memified the steering
The
wheel
car,
acting.
yes.
I think
Which I saw like right after I saw Tully, and I was
Oh my
like, "Oh,
God.
steering wheel acting!" And then I saw that video from Chloe, and I was like, "How
that's
you
her
are a
mind.
perfect person."
I feel like you could do like a bathtub acting thing. I'm super into bathtub acting moments with like a glass of
Yes.
wine. So many
Glass
so many
of wine,
things.
or the thing where you like go underwater and just long enough
yes.
to like need to breathe again to feel, and you're like,
Wow.
yes. And you could put like a fake montage over it, like of her like of what she's thinking about.
so
Yes.
many memories.
Yes.
So
Honestly,
many
wait,
memories.
you need to do private makeup moment.
Yeah, private makeup
That's-
moment must happen. Yeah.
With like maybe like the like interior like monologue like written below.
yes. Because I do need more prop work ones. I think that's the next frontier.
That's the note.
Now that I've done a wordless one, I feel like I need to
Yes.
That's the note.
shift into props.
continue shifting.
Although I feel
Yeah.
like, is this fair to say? I feel like where you mine a lot of the comedy in your other videos is that these are characters who are peripheral to some lead character.
Yes.
Is that fair to say? It's like, is it deliberate in that it isn't usually the lead role?
Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like the makeup scenes are usually in movies that I actually like, where I think the character is actually compelling legitimately,
Right, that's
and
the
isn't
thing,
like
yeah.
a man writing a woman and like,
Yes.
oh my God.
But I think this is a good exception. The makeup thing is a good exception.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I think it's just it's like niche enough where it's like I think it's really great.
Yeah, you can make it work.
But
Yes.
anyway, this I mean
Oh, and then supporting. Should we look at supporting?
Yeah.
it's a joke.
Okay, Amy Adams in Vice, who you love.
I loved.
um,
I loved.
Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place. Margot Robbie and Mary Queen of Scots.
Which is insane.
What?
I
How is
don't
that
know.
a thing?
It's psycho that's happening.
When the trailer first came out, everyone was pretty gooped. They were like, "This looks amazing. This is going to be great."
Everyone was
Yeah.
gagged for Saoirse. I was the only one saying, I think Margot looks better.
Well, because Margot is like Margot is doing Eddie Redmayne's voice from Jupiter Ascending, and I like.
She's doing Eddie Redmayne
Yeah,
drag.
yeah, she's fully doing.
She's doing
it.
Eddie Redmayne drag.
That lack of eyebrows too, like it's all all Eddie Redmayne drag. That's all it comes back to. Oh my God!
And then the favorites.
Oh, and then the favorites, girls. Yes. Who I think Rachel Weisz is pretty fantastic.
I think
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz actually has the hardest part.
She
That's a tough one.
like Emma gets like the Ann Baxter role, which is like fun and cute and juicy.
Yes, I think that Emma Stone has an extremely difficult part because she has to appear like likable to the queen while we know she's being sneaky. And she didn't do this like Reese Witherspoon and Vanity Fair thing of like, I'm being really sneaky.
Yeah.
And it's obvious, but no one that I'm talking to can tell.
Yes.
It's like Emma Stone was genuinely like, you get why the other characters bought into her.
right,
And then Rachel Weisz has
like an
to
old timey
play.
Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
like
Yes.
appealing.
And Rachel Weisz has to play like, I fucking see you, bitch.
Yeah.
And watch it. And also she just has to say so strong while also being so they're all three of them are just so fucking
It's an amazing
good.
movie. I loved it. The
And
end.
Yeah.
I loved it.
fabulous.
Anyway.
I love him so much. I loved The Lobster. I loved Killing of a Sacred Deer. Like he's
Miss
just
Yorgos.
Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Yorgos.
Miss Yorgos.
He creates a world. He creates a world, and I
And tone.
love it. Oh, tone,
Specific tone.
the best.
Yep.
I forgot that he was Killing of a Sacred Deer. What a different thing.
Yeah.
He can do it all, that bitch.
Yes.
And that movie's really fucking good. And I wish that it felt like, you know what's crazy too? That movie doesn't get an ensemble nomination.
Oh.
because everyone is
What?
good in it. Even the guys.
Even the boys.
The guys do their job similar to the men in Mamma Mia, where they like know that it's not about them, but they're
Yes.
still doing their best.
Yes.
Like they're
Yeah.
committing to it, but they also know what their role in the movie is.
Yes.
Nicholas
They
Hoult
lift up the women.
making a meal out of it, making a meal out of a
Yes.
snack.
Nicholas
Yes.
Hoult did make a meal out of it, and even the Taylor Swift's boyfriend,
Owen.
Yeah.
Owen, yeah.
He was good.
He was very good.
He was
I was
good.
impressed.
I liked it pretty much all around. And it's bizarre because it's like, I think it's weird because SAG after really fucked up again with this with the film nominations or the cast nominations because they did both of their things that I think are wrong. They did the thing where it's like, well, it's a big cast, so it has to be nominated.
Bohemian Rhapsody
I
is
know.
it is a hellscape.
Trash.
I
A terrible
the
film start to finish.
ensemble of Bohemian Rhapsody? What? I thought my brain was broken when I read. I really did.
Literally for doing what? For doing what?
That movie is one of the worst things I've sat through, I think.
Do you remember we almost left?
I couldn't
almost
see
left.
it, but I was just like, who is in the movie? I've heard nothing about any performances even.
Right.
Like
No,
not even
Rami's-
Rami's
not even
performance have I
Rami's.
heard anything.
I found him repellent.
He was terrible. All Rami does is he sticks his fist up in the air and like just the affect that he takes with doing Freddie. I thought it was so cheesy and corny. That was a fucking sketch performance too.
Absolutely. I mean, there was moments towards the end where I was like, okay, I guess it's getting me a little bit, but that had so much more to do with Queen than the movie.
Oh, it was like, I like
that
these
music
songs.
is foolproof.
Yeah. You're like, the music is good. Like, and that doesn't need the container of this film that is 2.5 hours long.
It's
Yes.
like, and this is my thing. It's like, so can you read the nominations for the films? I believe it's
For
Bohemian
ensemble,
Rhapsody,
yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians, Black Panther, and then A Star is Born, and a fifth one.
Okay, sorry. Best ensemble. Okay. Oh, sorry. I skipped through. A weekend. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Stars Born, Black Panther, Black Klansman,
Oh.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Crazy Rich Asians. Black Klansman.
I didn't see that. I have to see that still.
It was good. It was good. I wasn't the best Spike Lee. It wasn't like the best like.
To me,
Yeah.
it's like I have to see Black Klansman still, but if that seems like if they want to nominate that, it's great. But for me, it's like okay, then we have Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians, two big casts, two great casts.
Yeah.
but like, yeah.
But it's like prestige awards.
yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I think Black Panther's phenomenal, and I fucking love. I live for Crazy Rich
But
Asians.
they don't feel.
And it's not that they need to feel awardsy. It's just like, did we just do this because it was a big cast?
Right.
But I still love that they're both nominated.
But then, like on the other side of that, it's like, then why Bohemian Rhapsody? Why Star is Born?
Bohemian Rhapsody, I think it probably came out at the right time, and like, I think they saw a big cast, and I think that this often happens.
It's not a big cast.
Well,
It's-
it is. They just don't do anything.
Is there literally like any person other than Rami Malek that's like a person? I really was like,
That's my other criticism with the
Who's-
movie. The supporting characters, it's like the rest of the members of Queen have no personalities.
no personalities, and then it's the woman that he kept that he had a relationship with,
The most vacant performance ever.
and the man that he ended up just partnering with before he passed away. Like it's truly such peripheral, unrealized characters. Like that's
Alan
confounds
Leach,
me.
who plays the like manipulative gay lover,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
character
yeah.
I fucking hate, is performing
Yeah,
in the movie. He's acting,
Sure.
but it's like, ugh, what else? I mean, and then with The Star is Born, it's like, okay, you really like the two
those
leads.
two performances. Yeah. And maybe Sam Elliott.
right?
Right.
And then no one else does anything. No one else is given really an opportunity to do anything.
It's certainly an ensemble.
Willem and if Willem and Shangela
They
are
didn't even
like,
get nominated as part of the cast.
well, then
What?
fuck that, because those are the only two other characters that I cared
Yes,
about.
yes.
Who are
'Cause-
you nominating instead of them? Like that stretch of the movie is the best part of the movie.
You know
Like,
what's crazy? The rules are, and this is a big I don't think so, honey, from me,
Okay.
is you have to appear on your own title card to be
Oh.
nominated as part of the cast. So Harry Shum Jr. from Crazy Rich Asians gets nominated.
That's insane.
And you know who doesn't? The single mom You know who doesn't?
Oh my god.
You could rattle up.
Ken Jeong probably.
No. Ken Jeong does, but I guarantee his wife doesn't.
Oh my
Like
god.
big roles in the movie. Gemma Chan's husband in the movie does not get a nomination.
Wow.
Major parts of the film. Major roles.
Harry Shum Jr. Fucking God bless
For
your
saying
agent
no
for,
words.
Oh
for
my
appearing in
God.
the post credits.
I love Glee.
For appearing in the post credits. I mean, between those movies, for me, what makes the most sense is honestly Black Panther.
Yeah.
That's probably what.
Because great ensemble, great performances, like across the board. I think.
Yes.
Across the board. But can I say something controversial?
What?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me that the person being singled out as the one who gives like the best / most memorable performance that people are like maybe supporting actor is Michael B. Jordan. I think
What
he
about
gives
that?
the weakest performance in the movie.
I
I think
don't think
he
so.
literally
Wow.
Googled how to play a villain and showed up and acted tough. I think that if there's a performance in that movie that is superlative, it is Denai Guerrera.
Oh, I think Denai Guerrera is absolutely a star. What you're talking about with Michael B. Jordan is actually something that I loved about his performance because I felt like that character, because of his past,
Would
because
act
of
like that.
he would have like tried to harden himself after
yes.
like that heartbreaking disappointment and like moment with his father. That once that moment between
Okay.
him and Sterling K. Brown happened, I was like, oh, I get it. He has like invented this protective persona of a bad guy. Like all of this is stemming from that. And then I felt like that also carried through to his climactic scene. Like there was so much vulnerability there.
Yes.
So I felt like it was sort of a dam bursting type thing. So I really love him in that movie.
Yeah.
For me, it is Denai Guerrera erasure to watch that movie and not be like the supporting performance in this movie that we should be talking about is her.
Sure.
And I feel like it's because she's not as big of a star.
Sure.
Sure, but she will be fine.
I
Yeah.
think she'll be fine,
She's-
honey. But
she's a Broadway playwright.
I
She's a
want to
star.
give credit where it's due, the nomination.
Of course.
But of course, when we are literally having this thing of
It's okay. I pooped earlier. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I spilled milk. I spilled
and
milk,
you know
and now
what?
I'm crying over
famously, it's rule of culture number 80. What do we not do over spilled milk?
We don't cry.
We don't cry over
We
spilled
don't
milk.
cry.
But it's just interesting to me. Obviously, the industry is like chomping at the bit to want to reward Michael B. Jordan, and I think it's like, okay, I know we're excited about this movie, but for me anyway, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but
But I
it's like,
also
eh.
hear what you're saying because I
Yeah.
like noticed it, but I felt like it was part of his performance, and that's stuff that I'm always
Right.
down to discuss. Like I'm so much more interested in discussing from a standpoint of like I see what this actor was doing
Right.
than I am from the standpoint of like, oh, they're bad. Like I saw
Yeah.
Michelle Williams in Cabaret and I loved what she did. And then I
Yeah.
felt like a lot of the reviews were just like, she was bad. And I'm like, no, that's the point. And she's doing a thing. And
Yes.
it's actually so stupid to be like, she's bad because she's one of the smartest actresses around. I think she's so good in I Feel Pretty, which like I didn't live for the movie, but she's brilliant in it.
She is like the most compelling part of it, I think.
She's like giving you a baby Madeline Kahn performance, and I was so happy to see her like being dumb and having fun.
At the end, at the whatever the big event is, like that is like the true like
the beat before she starts talking is
the beat,
genius.
yeah.
Yes, when she shows up.
It's like it's insane and it's inspired and it is brilliant and it's, like, I'm sure it's all intentional and deliberate.
And
When
you
she
know-
has her head on the table. She's like, hey.
Although I will say she's absolutely heinous in
In
Venom.
Venom.
She's so bad
I did
in
not
Venom.
see Venom, unfortunately.
No, I have to
just
see
was like,
Venom.
why is she in this one? Like, what possessed her to do this?
Money,
one?
honey.
Money,
Oh,
and it's shot in New
absolutely.
York.
It's shot in
Oh,
New York.
yes.
You know if she's in a movie, it probably shot
I'm
in New
so
York.
excited for her in the Fosse show. I'm gonna lose my
Oh.
mind.
Oh wow, I totally forgot.
Yeah,
about this.
she's Gwen Verdon in the Fosse show with Sam Rockwell.
Wait, so they're doing I'm sorry, I'm so
Oh no worries.
so play dumb. So it's a Fosse, it's a Bob Fosse like retrospective thing.
No, it's FX is doing it.
Oh.
I believe, and it's
It's a
I
TV
think
show? I didn't know
yeah,
it was a
I
TV
think
show.
it's
Okay,
yeah, it's a
cool.
mini series. I think it's like looking at a specific section of his life. I forget which show he's working on in the context of the show, but it's Sam Rockwell as Bob Fosse,
Great,
and Michelle as Gwen Verdon, and I'm so excited for it. And there are like a bunch of Norbert Leo Butz is playing Patty Chayefsky.
That's
like
cool.
they're really casting like a bunch of legit theater actors to round out the cast. But
I love that.
Very excited about it.
I mean, Michelle fucking books work.
Michelle Bucks. I mean,
She's in like a lot of shit.
and good for her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great for her.
Whenever I see her happy, it really does fill my spirit.
Because there have
Lift
been
me up.
periods of her life where she has been unhappy.
Of course.
And so we love to see her happy.
We love to see her
Even
happy.
when she's absolutely learning her lines 15 minutes before in Venom.
Oh.
There's a scene where she gets fired from her job because, and she's like, she's literally the movie's horrible.
Stop. But Jenny Slate. But you've said Jenny
No,
Slate is
Jenny
the best
Slate
part of it.
is by far the best part of it because she knows how bad the movie is.
Yes, I was talking to someone about your assessment of her in that movie the other
right
day.
before she
'Cause
dies,
that's
she
what
goes,
Keira Knightley does in that.
30-plus-year-old woman who's someone who's lived a full adult life up until that point.
No, she's gonna die, and the way she feels about her life ending is no. Holy shit! It's so genius. Honestly, that maybe I love that movie.
What is the part of the movie that Michelle Williams gets fired in that you were gonna say?
Oh, so she gets fired because Tom Hardy does some shit where it's his girlfriend is Michelle Williams, and he uses some stuff at her job. She's like a big time fancy lawyer, and then she's carrying her little box of shit outside of her corporate building, and she goes, "You are unbelievable! I can't believe this. How could you?" And it's less personality and character than that. And she's like, you know what? Don't call me anymore. And they live together. She marches down the street. And then I don't know. It's
And they
the
were
funniest.
roommates.
Honestly, maybe she's actually a genius in it.
Okay,
I don't know.
Are we getting a revived discussion around camp? Because I feel A Star Is Born
Yes.
sort of kicked that into gear. Maybe Venom is camp.
Maybe Venom is camp. I'll tell you what was camp. Nutcracker in the Four Realms was camp.
I can't bring myself.
No, I
was
refuse
camp.
to see.
Keira Knightley is doing Bernadette Peters as Moaning Myrtle, and it is unbelievable.
Oh my God, the layers in that.
it's-
Keira Knightley, Moaning Myrtle, Bernadette.
Just
Because you can do impressions of all of them.
Yes.
Truly reference trigonometry in my brain. There's Keira Knightley has a big heel turn as the Sugar Plum Fairy, where it turns out she was evil the whole time.
Yes, I love that.
I know.
my
And it's
God.
literally a moment where the whole movie she's been talking like this. And then she mobilizes the toy soldiers she has just brought to life against Clara. And then she the first thing she does is
Clara.
she turns back once their person says, and she goes, "Oh, hello, boys," and it's unreal. I truly gasped in the theater.
Honestly,
Hello, boys.
the thing is though, you had to think maybe that was going to happen because whenever there's a huge actor in a part and you're like, why are they
Why
in this
are they
part?
the
Sugar
You
Plum
always have
Fairy?
to ask that question: are they evil?
Yeah. Richard E. Grant is
Whoa.
in the Nutcracker of the Four Realms. He is the king of the Shiver realm. He's the king of the snow realm.
He's fucking booking all of a sudden.
yes.
He's the fucking, oh my God, why am I blanking on his name from last year? Just Call Me By Your Name and...
Stolbarg. Michael
yeah,
Stolbarg.
He's like the Stolberg of this year. Of
Yeah.
this
feels
season.
that way.
yeah.
He's popping up in everything.
Yeah.
And he's had a
prestige
very,
movies.
prestige movies.
Can You Ever Forgive Me? And Nutcracker of the Four Realms.
To me,
Iowa Debris is obsessed with him and keeps having
Richard E. Grant?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
full on threads of Io thirsting for Richard E. Grant, and
Yes.
it destroys me. And now she because she knows that I saw his 2 major films this year, she will text me just photos of him and just being Natalie, Natalie, what's wrong with me? It's just takes me back.
I've seen Aya's Instagram story. I think she's included Richard in some,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
To me, he's always in Forever Spice World.
Yes.
Right.
Spice World as the manager.
Yes.
Oh God, Spice World was so formative for
Oh,
me. The
it's
moment
a
when
great
the
film.
alien touches Scary's boob was really huge.
Unbelievable.
I was
I
truly
mean-
at a sleepover. I was I have to pee in a weird way. I have to,
You know what I can't stand? The idea that one mattress is best for everyone. Your mattress sucks because it wasn't designed for you, and it's ruining your sleep, okay? And here's the thing. Helix Sleep built a sleep quiz that takes 2 minutes to complete, and they use the answers to match your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Whether you're a side sleeper, a hot sleeper, like a plush or firm bed, with Helix, there's no more guessing or confusion. Just go to helixsleep.com/LasCulturistas, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life, guaranteed. And for couples, Helix can even split the mattress down the middle, providing individual support needs and feel preferences for each side. And if you want to switch sides with your SO, just flip the mattress around. Get it? Not vertically, but like along the same axis. Like the axis is like down the center, right? Does that make sense? Okay, you know what I mean. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. And here's what you're going to do. Right now, Helix Sleep is offering $125 off all mattress orders. So you can get that $125 off at helixsleep.com/LasCulturistas. That's helixsleep.com/LasCulturistas for $125 off your mattress order. And one more time, that is helixsleep.com/LasCulturistas. So go do it. Go do it. Go do it.
Speaking of formative,
Here we go. Perfect.
I guess we should ask the question that we ask every single one of our guests, and we were asking this question 52 minutes into this episode, which I love. I love that for us. It's revolution.
To be
Yes.
fair, 30 minutes we're Bowen pooping. So
A lot of it was
gone
Bowen pooping.
I did poop for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So what was the culture, Natalie Walker, that made you say culture is, for me, it was the culture that formed you at a young age that truly brought you, it's a whirlwind, but you ended up in this chair right now.
Yes. I am sort of a 50-50 split between both of my parents, and both of my parents have like wildly disparate cultural
Oh, I love this.
influences. And so from my dad had a whole collection of VHS tapes of The Twilight Zone, with like a huge booklet that he got on like eBay in the early days that was like a synopsis of every episode before like DVDs came with that stuff. And so there was like a huge booklet with synopses of every episode, and I loved watching those so much.
We've never had this before.
Twilight Zone
Yeah,
fan, yes.
I really love Twilight Zone, and I'm so excited for the Jordan Peele version.
Yes.
Every announcement about the Jordan Peele version,
The casting is crazy.
It's incredible.
It's
I'm
so
so
fun.
excited.
I just got chills thinking about
Yeah,
it.
like the one thing I do want so badly, and when I was at Comic-Con for Vulture, there was, oh God, what was his name? I feel so bad, but he is the co-producer on new Twilight Zone, but he was there to plug the new Jean Grey movie.
Oh,
yeah. Sure,
Sophie
sure.
Turner. And so they brought him in, and with all of those, I was like, I don't care about the actual Comic-Con thing. I was like, I want to get into Twilight Zone. So I was like,
Wow.
we talked about Twilight Zone forever. And I was just like, all I want is a remake of Time Enough at Last with Jeffrey Wright in the Burgess Meredith role, because that's one of my favorite episodes of Twilight Zone ever. But I would watch
do you have a
those
favorite?
all the time. I love Time Enough at Last, which is the one where he just wants to like read books, and his wife is horrible to him, and everyone is mean to him, and then he like goes down into the like basement of his office, and like there's a huge bomb that goes off above ground, and he like comes back up and everyone is gone, but then he's like walking around and there's a library, and he's like, oh, I have all the time to read all of these books, like all of these books are mine. And then his glasses break, and he is blind without them, and he's just alone with all these books, and it's the most heartbreaking thing, because I'm legally blind without my contacts. So like, and I like grew up with like Coke bottle glasses. I had no friends growing up, like none at all. And so I like really felt for this like, sad middle-aged man with a bitch wife who now I'm like, maybe we should do it where it's gender swap, because really a big part of it looking back is that his wife is a nightmare bitch. Yeah.
And you can play the truth of that.
That's me. I love that one. I love Monsters Are Due on Maple Street is one where like this whole street, just like random lights keep going off, and it's like a McCarthyism parallel.
This show is so amazing.
It's so good, and I feel like now is the exact right time to bring it back, because like so much of it in its original incarnation was like about social parallels, and Jordan Peele is obviously the exact right person to do it.
Yeah.
They tried to reboot it in 2002, which is a very fun like bad watch. There's an episode where Katherine Heigl,
I remember this. Yes.
Wasn't
A
Jessica
baby-
Simpson also on one?
Yes, she was. A baby Katherine Heigl goes back in time to kill Hitler, and she goes back too far, and she's Hitler's babysitter.
We have to watch.
You truly
Wow,
have to.
that's culture.
It's an episode called Cradle of Darkness, and it is truly unreal. It is unreal. There's
Oh
a
my
spoiler.
God.
There's the way
Hitler's
that ending happens is wild, and I won't spoil it for you because it is like a camp classic to me. It's
Okay.
insane.
We have
like,
to see that. Maybe even
she's like,
today.
She's like 22 or something during it. Forrest Whitaker does the Rod Serling like voiceovers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild. Molly Sims does Eye of the Beholder, which is another one of my
Whoa.
favorite episodes. Yeah, it's all of these people that are either about to become huge or are people that Hollywood thought was going to be huge.
Wow.
It was like,
yeah.
ooh, these are the next people. Oh, Amber Tamblyn is in an episode. It's wild. But I'm
it's one of
excited for
my-
an actual good one.
Yes.
It's one of my goals as an actor to do something scary.
Yes.
I really want to do something scary. And you know what's crazy? I hate scary shit. Like,
do?
I
Oh.
it really bothers me.
Yeah.
But I always, I in my writing sometimes, like, and like, I would love to like perform something scary because I love immersive stuff like that. Like, stuff that I don't understand.
Oh my
I
God.
love.
You,
Like, I'm fascinated
you
with
won't
this.
even watch Killing Eve because you think it's too scary.
No,
And it's not.
Well, anyway.
And it's how dare you? Olivia Colman's in that. Oh no.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Sorry, no. Olivia Colman's in Fleabag. I'm so
That
sorry.
is
Yeah.
Fiona Shaw.
Yeah.
Fiona Shaw is in,
Yeah.
but Olivia Colman is in Fleabag,
Fleabag.
that you have to see.
Yes,
that
I
you
do.
haven't seen the whole way through.
No, I'm bad. So listen, but I want to get back into Twilight Zone because I want to
Yes.
connect it to something. But what was the other 50%?
The other 50% is from my mom, and my mom was more musically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom also like volunteered at our church, and like she's not super religious now, like she never goes, but I think she just like wanted to be in charge of as many things as possible. So she would like direct our
I know the type.
yeah, she would like
my mom.
she would direct our Christmas pageant every year, and she put in she like scrapped the script from before she was running it, and then she was like, we're gonna put in all these songs from Preacher's Wife and like Who Would Imagine a King and Sister Act, and so like
Yay.
my mom put all of those songs in, and so Sister Act 2 I feel like was very incredibly
great.
formative, truly one of my favorite movies, and it makes me
Absolutely.
it makes me crazy that they did a Broadway musical of the lesser Sister Act.
It's
how
not
can you
good.
not have Joyful? How can you come on?
It's one of those examples of a sequel that is so objectively superior to the original.
Yes.
I
It
think.
never happens. Yeah.
Cheryl Lee Ralph, speaking of support and making a meal out of a snack, Cheryl
I'm
Lee Ralph
so
has an
proud of
entire arc over the course of Joyful in 3 cutaway shots to Cheryl Lee Ralph. She's mad, and we're like, oh no, she's not going to support. Middle of the song, she's kind of getting into it, and she lives, and we went on a whole journey.
The line, I am so proud of you. That is acting.
Yeah.
Period.
The line, take off your robes. Your teacher says take off your robes is
Yeah.
one of my favorite
Your
things.
teacher says take
I
off
don't-
your robes.
harried headset woman.
Booked it.
Booked
Booked
it.
it.
Your teacher's take off
What?
your
I've
robes.
never seen it.
It's
I
so
know.
good. Baby
Never
Lauren,
yell at me.
Baby Lauren
What?
Hill.
Never yell at me.
Never yell at. Shut up, baby. I mean, look, baby Lauren Hill. I mean, I've seen clips. that,
Baby
like,
Jennifer Love Hewitt is the
Oh.
token white girl in the class doing nothing.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
And
Incredible.
iconic Whoopi.
And yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
just so good.
Iconic Whoopi.
Oh, Happy Day when she's la 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 la. Oh God, the best.
Also,
So that was the other.
There's a
50%.
scene where a male student hits a whistle tone. When Jesus.
Oh, and Matt.
Yeah,
No,
you
it was
got it.
higher than that, but
It is wild.
oh my God, such a good movie. Yeah, and Lauryn Hill when she sings "His Eyes on the Sparrow," that was a Star Is Born moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's her and her best friend in the movie are just like sitting at a piano, and they do the most gorgeous harmonies.
Slay.
And yeah, it's
And then they have this
Unreal.
exchange where Lauren's like goes to the friend. She goes, "Yeah, you could really make it," and she goes, "No, this is for church. You could really make it." And Lauren's like, "Well, I don't know." And then basically,
Star is Born.
what you get from the scene is that she could really make it.
Yes. Ooh.
And famously, Lauryn Hill really made it.
She really made
It's actually
it.
Real of Culture number 103. Famously, Lauryn Hill really made it.
I don't know if she did that. That's debatable.
She won many Grammys.
Yeah.
Well, no, but now it's like what
She
a
made it
tragic
and then she
story.
broke it.
She made it to prison.
But now it's just whatever. We've had a whole with Chloe. We had a whole discussion about Chloe
about
Lauren.
miseducation.
Miseducation.
Yes.
Anyway,
These are two
these are
great
two
pieces of culture.
great pieces, and they do sort of add more texture to what Natalie does. I think.
I think we obviously have the performance,
Yes.
and the creation. Can I connect something?
Yes.
Because I famously am a Walt Disney World gay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being the fan of Twilight Zone that you are, have you experienced the Tower of Terror?
Oh, I have. I was very scared. I want to go back so badly. I have not been to Disney forever, and being a huge fanatic of the podcast as I am, I've heard so much about Disney, and I'm like, oh, every time you make me want to go. You make me want to go back. But I did go the last time I was there when I was like 13 or something. I was so scared.
I think that the Tower of Terror crosses over into art, actually.
It is actually an artful ride, and the entire experience is amazing. And even when
It's what Sleep No More wishes it was.
Honestly.
Sleep No More could only dream of being Tower of Terror.
Whenever like the cast members at Tower of Terror are getting lazy and being nice, I'm like, no.
no, that's not it.
You have to commit.
And when they're scary, that is when it is art.
I have to tell you, like, from you're right, from beginning to end,
Yes.
the Tower of Terror is. If they ever tear it down, like to put some bullshit with their IP up, I'm gonna actually go down there and protest because I feel it should be a national landmark.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. We have to have Tower of Terror on this planet because if we lose it, I will be so.
It's one of our greatest natural resources.
We have to. It's like it's like honestly like the Arc de Triomphe.
This thing that people with disabilities cannot access.
No, they can. They can. It is ADA compliant, and you know it.
It is ADA
It is ADA compliant.
It's actually Rule of Culture number 44.
The Tower of Terror is ADA compliant,
and
you know
it. Wait, honestly, it's so fucking good. And like I love that like you can go there now and experience that piece of culture that is the Twilight Zone through that theme park attraction, which millions of people do every day.
Yes.
You know, I love
Millions.
that.
Yeah.
Thousands. Millions do every year.
Yes.
Roughly.
Yes.
But I have to tell you what's happening in Orlando right now. What they're gearing up for is a shake 'em up.
A shake 'em up.
Shake
'em up.
Are you? When's the
Shake
last
up.
time you went to Disney World?
To Disney World?
It's been a long time, like a normal person.
Yeah. No, it was my like junior year of college or something.
Oh, okay. So it's been sort of recent.
It's sort of recent, but
Yeah.
I like didn't have that much time, and I don't have the encyclopedic knowledge of it. I have large swaths of blind spots. Just
I wouldn't dare take up
in culture.
a ton of time with us on the podcast, but I feel
No,
that
don't.
in the early days, I used to really give updates, and I just want to give a short update.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So Star Wars Land is coming, and it looks like the gag du jour. There's going to be a Millennium Falcon attraction.
When is
where
it opening?
It's opening like late fall
2019.
2019. So
Okay.
This year.
Yes.
There's going to be a Millennium Falcon attraction, which it's going to be 6 people. One's the pilot, one's like the shooter, one's like the this, one's the that. It's going to be a gag. It's
Literally,
state of the art.
Okay, all right.
Will
go.
there be like a hologram Oscar Isaac?
Ooh.
Because
perchance.
I would be into it. If
Yeah,
that,
For sure. He
if
could
that were
break
the
my
case.
arm.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be a Battle of the First Order attraction, which is like more of like a dark ride experience and that whole thing. And those are the 2 attractions there. There's going to be a cantina.
Oh.
Which is like going to
Cute.
serve alcohol, which
Cute.
you know is
Da, da,
different
da, da, da.
for Disney.
Yeah.
Very much da 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 da.
Very.
Very
much.
that. Toy Story Land is up and roaring.
I have to just add something by the end of this, but yeah, keep going.
Epcot's getting a Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, which is
Right,
the biggest
right.
building in Epcot. It's going to be state of the art. You can look and see what kind of technology they're using for the ride system. It's going to be out of control. It's going to be able to swing 360 and be a fully launched roller coaster.
Okay.
You are fucking
No, I just want you to get through this.
and etc. And also over at Universal, there's going to be a Harry Potter roller coaster, which will be the most highly themed full roller coaster in Orlando.
Which
at
I
this
don't
moment.
know what that means. Highly most
means you
highly
You get
themed.
butter beer at the top.
You guys are
And then
turning.
you go into
pints.
a bathtub.
Bathtub.
I play Moaning Myrtle.
Yes.
And then I come out.
Natalie Walker does Keira Knightley doing Moaning Myrtle with the Bernadette voice.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
there's
she
rumors
does
that we're
Unexpected
getting.
Song.
Yes.
There's rumors that we're getting a Jurassic Park roller coaster that will be themed to raptors. That will be
love
potentially
that.
as high as 200 feet and be launched and be the fastest roller coaster in Orlando.
And you
Okay.
have to
Now
wear
go
heels
ahead
when you're
and
on the
drag
coaster.
me, bitch. What?
I'm not dragging you. I'm just saying I love a coaster. Well, actually, no. The more I evolve in my relationship to theme parks, the more I realize that coasters are key. And
Coasters are key.
those more like that Millennium Falcon ride that you just described, I was like, as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, like cool. There's a pilot. There's a this. There's a that. There's a that. Like. Literally, all that amounts to is one person pressing a button when they're being
Literally,
told.
yes.
Like
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. And but then I'm thinking, oh, but the coasters are what I actually like. Those are like, because the button thing, it's like, well, I can just stay at home and play
Exactly.
a video game,
And you often do.
and I often do. But then, it's the coaster. It's the highly themed coasters.
We need
that
highly
really-
themed coasters, and don't worry because they're coming. I sometimes feel that these theme parks try to impress us with screens and buttons,
And it's just, I can get that anywhere, babe.
I don't need to pay upwards of hundreds of dollars to play a video game.
Exactly. Oh, now do you have an update on Tron roller coaster coming to
Yes, it's
Disney
coming in
World?
2021.
Great.
And they've just
That's
broken
too
ground.
late. That's too late.
It's for the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
And also all of
So
Tomorrowland.
it's just Disney World for now.
Just Disney World for
Uh-huh.
now, but Orlando's getting it, and it's coming in 2021. Ground has been broken. They've shut
Disneyland's
down.
getting it,
They've
yeah.
shut down the
Tram.
the railroad in order to do it, and they're going to move the Tomorrowland Speedway to make room for this, and it's going to
Uh-huh.
go right behind Space Mountain.
Wow.
And all of Tomorrowland is getting a visual rebrand to go along with Tron because it's hard.
It's hard to make
do
it
the
seem
future.
futuristic when Tron's there, but also,
Yeah.
a lot of people are. Would you agree that I feel like Light Cycle is the spiritual successor of Space Mountain, and to put that next to Space Mountain is very much an All About Eve situation.
They will fight.
They will fight.
They will. It will be tense.
Yes.
The 100 yards between the two attractions will be tense. It'll be a tense 100 yards.
Here's what you will never get anywhere else.
Tower of Terror is the Addison DeWitt.
You are a bitch.
You will never get this on any other podcast
No.
where we describe Walt Disney World rides in terms of Addison DeWitt, in terms of Betty, in terms of Ann Baxter, bitch.
No.
We're comparing, like, this is what you get here.
Yes, Celeste Holm is afoot. Her spirit is felt.
Yes. And she is afoot.
I just it's been a while since I spilled the tea.
Yeah, no, yes. I'm glad you did. And I want to propose something to you
Okay.
off the mic. Just because
Oh my God.
I had a trip fall through, and I think I need to go. I need to go very soon, much sooner, and it might even have to be an impromptu trip in the next few weeks. I that's what I'm saying.
Wow, bitch. Okay. Listen,
I have some updates for you.
I'm thrilled to hear these updates. I'm unhappy to hear that a trip fell through.
Yes, well,
For you,
for good
but-
reasons and for bad, but yes.
Okay.
yes.
Well, listen, I'm always down to go. Like, here's the thing. Like, I am a theme park queen.
We know this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you even do Six Flags?
I do Six Flags.
You
I
are
have
being-
I have done Six Flags
You
historically.
don't have to appease him. I promise.
Guys, please. I just sort of like want to
Like,
something.
what's even your culture?
She's talking about art, like Twilight classic TV, and we're like,
I fully used it as an opening to talk about Disney World.
Guys,
God,
be
how
sure to
dare
check
you.
out Disney.
be sure to check out Disney.
Disney.com. Follow them on all platforms. Like and subscribe to Disney.
Oh my God, we are dancing.
Red. Rod Serling, I think that maybe the hottest man.
Yes.
He was
Yeah.
fucking hot. he could have
Oh,
pinned
yeah.
me down.
Browse.
That
browse
voice.
for days.
Browse.
Yes. Oh my God.
another dimension.
That wasn't good.
It wasn't
It's
as nasal.
deeper. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
deeper.
You're about to enter another dimension.
Ooh,
It's-
this is good.
It's a clenched lip.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't.
Oh,
whatever.
wow.
I can't.
SNL.
Shut up.
Rowan, honestly, your impressions when you did Pat Regan at the start of this episode, I really and truly had to cover my
Yeah, it was a mouth cover.
He's
Yeah,
a shocking
it's a
impressionista.
full-on-
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
When
You guys should do a show as Kat and Pat. That would
I
be.
can do Catherine Cohen.
I
I
know
can do
you
Pat.
can.
I know all her songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have the same pianist.
And you have the same pianist. I've seen Pat Sen enough times now that I could do it from start
You
to
just
finish.
slipped into Pat Regan. That's
Slipped
the
into
phrasing.
Pat.
Yeah, the phrasing was
To be clear, this isn't because we're good. This is because they're both caricatures of human beings.
That is it. They just have established identities.
Yeah. But listen, we love. And also, I had a lot of fun with Pat. I don't think so, honey. You were deeply missed.
I loved the episodes.
But you know what everyone said? Everyone was like, it's weird to see you be the straight man. I was like, yeah, because Pat Regan is the unusual thing wherever he goes.
Yes.
Straight man to Pat.
Yes.
But
Listen.
Pat,
Oh my God.
we love.
But here's the thing is I would almost move that it's my dream. It's my goal. It's my fucking dream to take everyone I love in this community and supplant them in Orlando.
Yes, for a week.
And
or
then I
two.
think you would love.
I truly would love that. It would be an actual dream come true.
Because-
to go with my number one celebrity crushes, Matt and Bowen. Oh my God, truly insane.
And we have pals there now.
Yeah.
And that worked there that listen to the pod and like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've talked about it, and now they might gag.
Oh, that you're talking about?
No, that I'm talking about the theme parks in general, because
know.
I feel that there's a contingency of people that listen to this podcast that want to hear the breaking tea.
And we have some and for people in Orlando who we're distraught that we are not stopping by there for the tour.
We're working on
We're
it.
going to work on it. We would love to. And same goes for Chicago. Same goes for Denver. Same goes for Atlanta. We're going to try to make those happen.
Maybe that can be like a good reason to go down there as we book a show in Orlando.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
be very fun.
I would go down if you need a guest for the Orlando
I
show.
think we
Like, come down.
I think we do a video. I think we do the show is there's a segment the whole thing is just built around Natalie Walker's first experience at
Right.
Disney. I
Do you
think.
want to gag really quick?
I do.
Put our tour together. Book the dates. February 24th, we're going to San Francisco. Guess what night that is?
Oscars.
The Academy Awards.
So first we were like,
Oscar night.
but first we were like, oh shoot! But then of course Matt had the brilliant idea of just making it like a viewing party.
We're going to lean into it.
We're gonna lean into it, and then during commercial breaks, have I don't think so, honeys, that are maybe Oscar themed or movie themed or something.
That's actually perfect.
That's
how I would want to watch the Oscars.
there you go, and it's a party, and we'll have there'll be drinks, there'll be food, it'll be fun.
We're going to lean in because we have to.
We have to.
Because we've already announced the show, like literally the day before. Bowen goes, the day before we announced that it was going on sale.
Yes.
Because we already announced the date. And Bowen
Right.
was like, oh my God, it's the night of the Oscars. What should we do? And I was like, I feel like we can't.
We can't change it. Yeah.
No.
We have to just lean in.
So
No,
it'll be great.
You're the culturistas watching
Live commentary.
Live
the
commentary.
night of culture.
And I will say this. And
Yes.
I think you can agree. If we're watching it and Lady Gaga doesn't win, it's going to feel bad. We're going to want her to win.
What do you mean? Just
Best
in the
actress.
room, just us, the three of us?
No. I'm saying like the night of the Oscars.
Uh-huh.
The night of the Oscars.
Yes. If she doesn't win,
If we are there with all those gays that come out to see the show and Best Actress rolls around.
Yeah.
And she
okay.
doesn't win the award, I feel like it's going to be disappointing.
Well, I mean, sure, but like that's not specific to us. What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying like there's a discussion about whether or not Lady Gaga actually deserves to win.
I don't think people are going to be that disappointed
if she wins.
if she doesn't win.
Honestly, remember that there are 99 people in any room that don't believe in her. So
That's true. I said if she does that during the Oscar speech, I'm gonna fucking applaud.
she won't.
she
I feel like
won't.
she knows it's
She
a
knows.
meme
She knows.
now. Yeah, she's like very. That's honestly why I'm surprised that it continued as long as it did.
She's
because she
very-
feels so in control
Yes,
of
yes.
public perception of her and her brand.
Yes.
that it was wild to watch her do this same
over
like
and over
studio
again.
spiel.
Yeah.
Over and over. Thank God Jonah Hill said something.
We needed his voice
we
in this.
needed.
I did rewatch the supercut again this week, and it made me laugh and laugh. I was like, this is so funny.
The subtle
hilarious.
ways that she changes it, it's unbelievable. It feels like when you are going in for like one line on an episode of a TV show and you're just standing in front of your mirror and you're like, you can go in if you want now. You can go in if you want now.
You can go in if you want now.
Title of it.
you can go
in if you want now.
Yeah.
You can go
I've
in
done
now.
so many auditions for like mean reception, like vaguely mean receptionist is sort of my deal right now. just constantly going in for those and not getting them, but just being like, why am I here?
Oh, story.
I mean, I had a callback for a not Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin' commercial,
now.
which I thought I fucking slayed. But the one line, it was weird because the first audition was just one line, and then I came back and the character had been blown out.
Wow.
And I had tons of lines all of a sudden, and like they wanted to see the improv and all that shit. And I really thought I booked, but didn't book, and that's why I'm here today.
Stop.
Wow.
No, I would have been there, Boston, Massachusetts, but didn't book. Despite slaying. But the line was, the password is Duncan. Oh no, the password is hockey.
So
and I was like, password's hockey.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You don't
Password
sound
is
natural
hockey.
saying hockey.
You don't- yeah.
You don't sound natural saying that word.
No, I agree. And then and I'm sorry. What was the context? Are you? Is this like a commercial?
I was a Dunkin' Donuts employee who was telling someone the Wi-Fi password of the hockey rink.
Okay, let's do some readings between me and Natalie. Well, let's
Okay.
do a round of readings.
This is one of my favorite games.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You go.
Oh, the password is hockey.
Great. Okay. The password's hockey.
The password is hockey.
Wow.
Let's do 2 more rounds. Okay.
Okay. The password? It's hockey.
The password is hockey.
The password is hockey.
Okay.
That wouldn't book me the gig.
That would.
That would not.
Okay.
That's what I did. Was that bad in the audition?
Yes.
So,
Oh.
listeners, you can vote
You can vote on which one you like
for
the
which
best.
one you like the best. Title up. The
Oh,
password
you know
is
what none
hockey.
of us did? None of us did a Boston accent. And I think
Oh,
that
that's
was
it.
our failing. You
The
should have done a
password's
Boston.
hockey.
Yeah.
There you
okay.
go.
He watched
I'm
Matt
John
Damon
F. Kennedy,
last
and the
night.
password is hockey.
Oh, and he's John F. Kennedy.
JFK, the password is hockey.
That's very good.
I-
Boston lobster.
I only learned like what JFK's voice sounded like in air quotes from Clone High. Like so I can only do lines from Clone High where he's like, I want a party platter. It's incredible.
Hold on, wait.
And The Simpsons.
I haven't seen it
Yes.
yet.
Yeah.
Matt Damon just hosted SNL. Did he do a Boston accent?
He did.
Did a Boston
Thank God.
accent.
Thank
in-
God.
Oh yeah.
The boxers.
Oh yeah. Heidi did Angel, Every Boxer's Girlfriend.
So good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I love that so much. And someone once like responded to the audition videos and was like, isn't Heidi Gardner doing this bit on SNL? And I was like, I've been doing these for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's possible that like more than one woman is annoyed by reductive female
Yes.
characters in film. Like, it's not a thing that only one person
Oh,
has a
no.
monopoly on, of just being like, hey, a lot of female characters in male-driven films are not great. It's like, come
Why
on,
don't I
dude.
do something with this? Yeah,
Ay,
they're
ay,
totally
ay.
so annoying.
Also, to be honest, Amy Adams did it first, so maybe we should toss Heidi and Natalie out.
Amy. I love
we
her.
love Amy.
We love Aim.
And
Drop
Aim-
Dead Gorgeous.
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
She's so great in that
Aim
movie.
is
first role.
so,
Yeah.
Aim is so good in Vice.
I can't wait to see
And
it.
if she were to win the Oscar for this, I'd be like bummed because I want her to win a Best Actress Oscar,
Yeah.
but she is very,
in a
very good in
Viola
this.
sort of way, where
Sure.
it's like you deserve
You deserve
the
more,
world. You
but-
deserve more.
I want to make sure you get something.
Yeah.
It's unfair for me to say this without having seen it, but I feel like Vice makes more sense as a best ensemble.
Yeah.
It
Movie,
certainly
right?
does.
Like, it
certainly
feels like
does.
such a
Isn't
well-rounded
Tyler Perry,
cast.
Colin Powell.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good.
Great.
He's really good.
He was
that.
The whole
good.
cast
What
is
was
good.
the other prestige thing that he did where he wasn't?
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl.
Gone
Yes,
Girl, yeah.
he was great in Gone Girl.
He was really good in Gone Girl.
I really like
It's
that
weird
movie.
too because Tyler Perry is like absolutely huge, but every time he's in a movie, is that part of the ensemble? It really works.
It
Yeah.
works.
Because so much of his brand is
Yeah.
like not looking like himself in things.
Right.
And so I went to this Vice SAG screening, and afterwards they did a talkback with Adam McKay, Amy Adams, and a bunch of the
Oh,
crew
cool.
members. And
So you were in the same room.
I was in the same room as Aim, and Adam McKay and his scarf.
Love that.
But basically, what had happened was they were talking about they were talking about Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry had to call Colin Powell and like get his blessing.
Whoa.
And like he said only Tyler Perry could just call Colin Powell.
Sure.
But apparently like they talked, because this is not like it doesn't depict like a good moment in Colin Powell's life.
Right,
No.
right.
But like Colin Powell was fully cool about it. He was like, yeah, I mean, that is what happened. Like, this is the truth of the situation. Play it as truthfully as possible. I went out there against my better judgment and said they were weapons of mass destruction without a doubt.
Mhm.
And I knew my instinct told me otherwise, and I did exactly what they told me to do and play that.
Wow. Has Colin Powell himself, I mean, I don't know if any of us know the answer to this. Has he like come out and like said as much like
Yeah.
in public? Okay.
He's called, and this is in the movie, he's called it the worst day of his life. The day when he had
Wow.
to get up in front of everyone and be like, without a doubt, like, we're doing the right thing.
Uh,
They say in the movie, like, it's a really good scene where Tyler Perry is saying it, and then you kind of see on his face he's uneasy about it, and the voiceover over it is like, Colin Powell would later call this the worst.
I
moment
mean,
of his life.
wow. I mean, like that is like whatever. Like the fact that it happened in real life and that it led to this horrible war is like terrible, but like that is like meaty role.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot of criticism about Vice calling it the Michael Moore of movies, which is like
Oh.
not true. But the thing is, I thought Vice was excellent, and I think Adam McKay is
He's
fantastic.
a genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
He's fantastic, and not only just like his scripts are so clear, his worlds it's so cohesive amongst all the actors. Even when it gets like mealy, like you were saying, like it still feels right. And he gives his actors really fun stuff to do. I can't wait for you guys to see this movie, to see this one scene between Amy Adams and Christian Bale, which is like. There's so many moments in the script that just like are like, wow, you don't see movies have fun with themselves like this.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene where it's very, very cool, and it gives the actors a really cool opportunity, and it's like a knowing subversion, but it's so funny.
Love that.
And it's so truthful and real. And I mean, there's also some really real moments that have to do with Mary Chaney, who's played by Alison Pill in the film, about how, you know, her
Coming
family
out, or-
really like ultimately really left her out to dry in a crazy way. And
Yeah.
like it's a good movie, and I it's coming out kind of late, but it's still getting the awards attention deservedly.
Mhm.
And I think it'll actually make a splash at the Oscars, especially screenplay.
I'm always so excited to see anything Amy Adams says. She's in this category of actresses where they can do any genre, and I am obsessed with that. And it's what I love about Emily Blunt. Rose Byrne is very much
Yes.
in
I
that
live for
place.
Rose Byrne. Charlize is amazing.
Charlize kills me in everything, and always like knows what movie she's
Yeah,
in,
uh-huh.
like never seems floundering at
No.
all.
Yes. Even at this point, Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
She's like crossed over
Is
into this
able to
space
do
now.
whatever.
She can do any genre. Yeah.
If you think about the range that it would take to do something like
Sandra
Sandra.
doing fucking Killing Eve. Like,
Oh,
she
yeah.
is
It's comedic,
so-
it's drama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Think
any
about-
genre, and is able to seamlessly
Yeah.
use all of her talents to bring it all to life.
think about being one actress and doing Monster and Mad Max Fury Road and Young Adult
And Tully.
And
like,
Tully.
Yeah.
and like all these things, like even in like
And fucking Snow White and the Huntsman, which like is not a good movie, but
Drag.
she
It's
is
drag.
incredible
Yeah,
in it
yeah.
because she knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I would, oh my God, I would rather watch that performance than like most male like prestige movie performances.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't feel this way about male actors at all. I don't care about whatever their quote unquote versatility is, because they don't, I don't know. It's like, it's just so wooden in that way where they're just like, they don't want, either they don't have the opportunities to do that kind of
Yeah.
fun stuff, or it's like they just are bad.
And I feel like
Yeah.
also male actors weirdly get away with so much more hair and makeup and prosthetic acting.
Yes,
and we don't talk about it.
Right.
Whereas like when a woman like puts on a fake nose or something to play a
Everyone's like-
historical figure, everyone's like, let's talk about the nose for 1,000,000 years
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Or like Margot Robbie, like, yes, the hair and makeup team like does a great job on that movie, but like she's not unrecognizable in Mary Queen
No.
of Scots. And all of these pieces are being done about it that sort of like undermine the acting work that women do whenever they use hair and makeup and prosthetics. And then meanwhile, like, I feel like Gary Oldman, like all of these
Yeah.
actors that I'm like, they just gave you a fucking new face.
Yeah.
And that's, and
yeah.
you did, and you yelled, and that was it. And like, it doesn't get covered as much as when women do like one thing to alter their appearance for
Right.
something. It makes me insane.
That is interesting.
I will shout out one actor, and I'm just going to talk about Vice again. One actor who I think actually is really fucking good.
Steve
And-
Carell?
No. Well, Steve Carell I think is great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Marwin.
He's always just performing. What the fuck is Welcome to Marwin? I'm sorry.
No one will ever know.
I the other night was just welcoming me to Marwin over and over. We were in a concert together, and she was just like, she kept going through this door to the bar and just kept being like, welcome to Marwin.
And then she kept location tagging Marwin.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love
Stupid.
it. Oh no, she was just like, welcome.
To
You're gonna
Marwin.
love Marwin.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't say the actual title, but just kept saying.
What a dummy.
The actor I was going to shout out was Christian Bale. He's so fucking
Oh,
good
yes.
at this, and he's so talented, and he does a lot of different versatile things. So I
Yes.
will give one actor a shout out, and it's Christian Bale
And
also,
Richard E. Grant.
And Richard E. Grant. And also, you know who I have a crush on?
Who?
Lucas Hedges.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I
well,
love that sweet boy.
he's your type.
Stop it! You're cruel.
I just said he's your type.
His little
Why?
breakdown in
Why
Lady
did you
Bird
say
was
that?
So sweet.
Because you have a crush on him. I was like, yeah, he's like the Matt Rogers type.
What do you mean by that?
He's like
Let's unpack.
a sweet little white boy.
Yeah, exactly right.
and that's fine.
He thinks I don't contain multitudes sexually.
No.
Meanwhile, he has no idea what I jack off to.
Uh-huh.
No idea.
No idea.
What do you jack off to?
What am I jacking off to?
Yeah, he's gonna lie.
I've talked about this in the past. I jack off to all sorts of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
No, I mean,
Same.
huh?
Same.
Yes.
What do you jack off to?
Oh, Variety. I love porn.
Variety the magazine. You
Variety.
just love industry.
Yeah.
I love porn.
The trades.
Actually.
You love the trades.
I love porn, and I've been really into daddy porn lately.
Mm.
But also, it feels insane to say what you jack off to because the categories in porn are so disgusting and so like
Right.
it's so like bizarre and like
Yeah.
the way they categorize things. It's like, oh, this is so weird. Anyway, let's do.
I used to jack off to the Cruel Intentions, like Shay's scene
Yeah.
when Sarah Michelle Gellar like is lowering herself on Ryan.
That's
Phillippe.
beautiful. And that is culture.
another,
That's
that's another
culture.
formative cultural moment for me.
It's time. It's time
It's
Time.
to move on to I Don't Think So,
And
Honey.
we have a legend among us.
Oh,
of
yes.
the form.
A legend of the forum. Now,
This is the first time because this is the first time that I have not pre-written anything.
That's okay.
Wow,
no,
and I love that.
I know because I heard you guys be like, it's not a good I don't think so, honey, when you are
No,
reading
that
it off your phone.
that was a
And
Joel
I-
Booster
I
criticism.
I simply read Glenn Close off my phone because I wanted to make sure that I eviscerated her
get it.
as much as I
Wanted
have
to.
always wanted to.
Yeah. I
Yes,
get it.
yes.
I fully get
But
it.
yeah,
We're-
for the first time.
We're
today.
we're pushing the boundaries of what the I Don't Think So Honey is. And
Yeah.
if people who read them, I understand people who read it off their phones in a way, right? But then, but I think Joel was saying that a true I Don't Think So Honey is as minimally written as possible. Just
Yeah.
the driving force is just your
The
emotion.
hinges are off.
The hinges are off, and that's what makes it fun. But we, but Matt and I, we'll see how
No,
we do.
I'm just a
Yeah.
slave to the form.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
just
they
will
want
be.
to always honor the form that you have created.
Right.
You've never fallen short. You've never fallen short.
Wow. I'm
It's
gonna
true.
play. This is my ringtone. This is my validation that will get me out of bed in the morning.
As you guys are talking about this, I'm like, do I want to do my topic? I do want to do my topic.
Okay, so
Great.
you want to
Okay.
go first?
Yes.
This is Matt Rogers' I Don't Think So Honey's time starts now.
I don't think so, honey, Sam Rockwell. And it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I don't think so, honey. Because honestly, like, when you won the Oscar last year, I was like, ugh, because it felt like, whatever, I really didn't want to see that movie, and then I was forced to, and I was like, yeah, fine, you're good, but I don't think so, honey. Like, and I am sexually attracted to you, but I still don't think so, honey.
Yeah.
I kind of always feel like you're kind of doing sort of the same thing. Like, it's always very Sam Rockwell. And it's not that that's bad, I just don't think so, honey.
Uh-huh.
Like, and I really don't think so, honey, you in
30
Vice
seconds.
getting awards recognition. And the thing is, it's not that you are doing anything wrong. It's the conversation around you being so bloated. And it's this thing we're talking about, which I don't think so, honey, about, which is like allowing people to get praise for doing kind of like easy things. And it's
15
like
seconds.
you're getting kind of like recognition for doing this. I'm sorry, but sketch comedy performance, and this is not I don't think so, honey, sketch comedy. It's Sam Rockwell. I don't think so, honey, getting praised for doing
5
the sketch
seconds.
comedy performances on the world stage at the Oscars. I don't think so, honey, Sam Rockwell. I loved you most in Charlie's Angels.
And that's 1 minute. He was great in Charlie's Angels.
Incredible final
Yes.
line.
he was so
Incredible
hot in
final
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
and so good. And like it was the first time I kind of got a sense of Sam Rockwell, and I was like, oh, he's like sexy, and he's.
But isn't it funny that he starts out like in the movie being like dweeby and like, and then when he does the heel turn, it's fun.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
that house,
and that's sexual.
Yes.
That's both of my types are like dweeby nerd who worships me, and then like a full-on villain that.
And he's rocking that tank top too. He's rocking the
hell yeah.
Sam Rockwell, secret good body.
Oh,
that
yes.
okay, and that just Charlie's Angels, the first one, is such a good movie because
Yeah, it really is.
the way that turn is executed, it's all one shot. And it's like it's Marvin Gaye's playing and like Drew's like in her like is like naked with the sheet over her.
Yes.
And like
You really don't see it coming.
you don't see it coming in the way that it McG, what a genius.
McG, Ashley's roller coaster number 98. McG, what a genius.
An auteur.
And on tour. And the OC, and then he moved on to do the OC.
Yes. Okay, so this
okay.
has to be Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So,
Oh
honey.
my God.
You good?
I'm good. Yeah.
His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. My sister demanding and badgering me for screeners. And it's truly one of the most stressful things that's been happening to me in the last couple of months. She's like, when are you getting screeners? When are you getting screeners? When are you getting screeners? Yang, I love you. This is my first year getting them. I haven't gotten them yet. I think SAG doesn't give you as many as Writers Guild does, as WGA does. And all my WGA friends are getting all their screeners ahead of time. And I don't think that you should feel entitled to something that I don't even
30 seconds.
particularly even have the time to like take care of. I know she's listening. I love her so much. She's been supportive very recently, but also like, come on, just like fucking pirate that shit then, or just go to the movies. You're in Atlanta. You have
15 seconds.
Gorgeous giant megaplex malls where you just go to like. Recline in seats and watch these films. It's don't rely on me. I'm not your
5
gateway
seconds.
to showbiz. You are your own gateway to showbiz. Everyone is a culturista. No one needs anyone to be shepherded into culture. You are your own shepherd.
And that's 1 minute. You know what, Yang? You want the screeners? Join the union.
Join the union, honey.
Write something. Write a script. Yang, you want the script? You want to get in WGA? Write a script.
She wants to write a script actually with her friend Rohini, and they're both growing up. They were like the best, smartest people, and they wrote a lot.
I want to hear that.
They wrote a lot of like. I mean, like granted, they were in like the 10th grade, but they wrote a lot of stuff together, and they're two very funny, creatively keyed in people, and then like. Life happened, and then but then Yang is having this really great sort of moment where she's like, I think I want to like
a creative resurgence.
She's having a creative resurgence, and I fully support it.
I love that, but you know what?
She's gonna get her own screeners.
And you know what? I don't think so many people like demanding things that require me to go put something in the mail.
Exactly. I'm like,
It's like, you guys, no, because then I have to go to the fucking mail.
Exactly. I feel this way.
I feel this way deeply.
I feel that way. I feel this way. I feel that way.
I feel this way, that way, and the way I feel right now is that we are going to feel a certain kind of way.
With Natalie Walker.
Natalie Walker's going to do her I Don't Think So, honey.
Okay.
So this is Natalie Walker's I Don't Think So, honey. Her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. James Franco. Why are we allowing James Franco to be around and about? Why are we giving him so many chances? Why is this the person that we've decided he gets to fucking proposition a 17-year-old at the stage door after his Broadway show?
Oh, God.
He gets to Busy Phillips comes out and is like, he abused me on the set of Freaks and Geeks. And also, we were at NYU when he was on the motherfucking loose. He became the Svengali figure of this girl in my year at Adler
30 seconds.
who was from Canada and didn't know what she was getting into, and he was horrible to her and did a bullshit play at Adler where he yelled at her on stage. He had people do Angels in America, and he was on a God mic in the back.
Ew.
And he would just repeat the actress would go, "Are you a homo?" And he would go, "Are you a homo?"
Ew,
he's
15 seconds.
an idiot, and he's not talented, and I am so incensed that he is allowed to just continue being James Franco around and about
5
at
seconds.
a middling level of talent. I don't think so, honey.
Oh my God, at a middling level of talent. Thank you so much. And yes, we need to talk about this the James Franco presence at NYU between the years of 2007 and 11, 2000,
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
or no, he was there for 2 years.
It was
2008,
2009.
It felt like he was there for a decade because
did.
he
was
just would
pervasive.
sporadically come to classes and then hit on young girls.
Every
And-
lecture
Yeah.
across every school. This was even in CAS. It would just be me, Conversations of the West or whatever bullshit social studies class I had to take for my core. But people would come in every single day and be like, wow, so-and-so saw James Franco. Here's a picture in Washington Square Park. And it's what is this celebrity worship going on here?
Such a spectacle.
It's not worth like doesn't. Oh, and that fucking moment where the person who took the photo of him in like sleeping in that lecture, nodding off, like it just.
He was asleep in every class, I heard.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I heard.
it grossed me out then, and then he was like also fucking so many like young women that were like impressionable, and I just did not dig. And he when he was doing a play at Adler, which he just like used their space and was like, I'll sell tickets or whatever. My friend was in it. He recruited like 6 Adler kids to be in it, including the girl that he was with at the time. And there was one rehearsal where a woman walked in, like stumbled in, and James was like, "Oh, I'm sponsoring. I'm like this girl's AA sponsor."
And he brought
it was Lindsay Lohan. And she like stumbled in and was with her friends and was like giggling and just talking through the whole rehearsal. And James apparently like yelled at her and told her to leave in front of everyone. And she like cried and left.
This is true ego to think that you can just allow, like, oh my god,
oh my god, there's so much going on in that story.
It's truly so much. I will never forget my friend Will, my like best friend Will, got back and was like, as someone that grew up obsessed with Lindsay Lohan, I was so sad. For so many reasons. Like,
that story shakes me.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thing with James Franco is I've always just been like allured by him, and now as of late I'm just kind of like, oh god, I really don't care.
There are just so many reasons to not with James Franco that I'm absolutely baffled that we continue.
There's a ton of other people in the world to admire, like, and it's just like
to give any attention to.
The Busy Phillips thing is weird. The fact that he ever thought he could just push her to the ground. I get that people are young, they do whatever they do stupid shit, but like he pushed someone to the ground, and it affected her enough to keep talking about it.
These men just like can keep taking these hits, and like it doesn't really even.
The hits keep coming.
Yeah, because it's a glorification of a time in Hollywood, especially where like male actors, when they were really quote unquote in it, could do whatever they wanted, and they would just be heralded as a genius.
God.
Like Dustin Hoffman conspired with his director in Kramer versus Kramer to actually throw a glass at Meryl Streep, and that's not okay.
That's nuts.
That's truly not. Okay. And especially it was like very pervasive at NYU, even just like beyond James Franco. It's just like you see how all of that is ingrained.
Yep. Wow.
Men.
We should move on from men.
We should move on from men. We are post-male.
We're postmen.
Postmen.
We are postmen. Hey, wait a minute. We are postmen.
Wow. Thank you.
Can you believe this app?
I can't believe this app. What a true. I came in today. You saw me today earlier. I was just
tired.
Like, oh, babe. I don't know if I like. I was just like
tired, full of poop.
No. I wasn't. I was tired, full of poop. I was like. This is like such a weird place for me to be. Like, I don't know like where I'm at. And Natalie just recalibrated my emotional state.
The recalibrator.
Perfect. She's the perfect one.
She is the perfection.
Can I tell you what a dream come true this has been?
I feel that you must come back.
You must.
Because
this is a return
guest.
This
is a culturista.
Yes.
And look, we have great guests, but not everyone's a culturista.
Not everyone's a culturista. I think Natalie is one of the few.
Just a compendium of references, really.
But that mixed with the way that you were able to communicate that to a larger audience, mixed with this very textured background, I think is everything that a culturista is. And she's schooling me on what a culturista should be, and that is why we love. That is why we love Natalie Walker.
And I would actually give you the opportunity of ending us on a song, and we will join in.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! This is so stressful.
What
song? Do I know songs?
In the shallow, shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Bye.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,